everyone. Welcome back. I am delighted that we are together. And so we have a topic today that's like going back to school. We are doing back to basics. This is where we review, but we're also going to have some new tidbits that I want to share with you today. So we are loving having this refresh time, this summer challenge that I have been encouraging you all to do, and perhaps next week or the week after we're going to see what our summer challenges produced. But today this is a little more basic, back to basics. And for the new members, we've gone over some of these things, not all, but for the older members, we're having a review. Repetition is the way we learn. They say that you forget in like 11 minutes the first time you've heard something. So it's a good thing to review back to basics. I need it. I know this is going to help you. So just as we refresh our homes, we did from winter to summer and now summer to fall. It's an opportune time to refresh how we are living our daily lives. And this is important for us to think about it rather than there goes another day, another week, another year. And have we made a difference for ourselves? Remember, we do more for ourselves so we can be more for others, right? Okay, so it's the consistent steps, activities, day after day or week after week, the best of our ability, that are going to change your life and going to change my life. It's the consistency, not the stop and start and stop and start, okay? So, what I'm sharing with you today is how I live the Design Smarts, and which is also the 3 pillars: healthy attitudes, healthy aging, and healthy homes. So my book is available at mitzibeach.com, and I will sign it and send it right out to you. But this is the premise for the Back to Basics, and I'm using as an example how I live the Design Smarts most days. So first off, I start my day with getting up most days at like 6 and around there, maybe earlier, maybe a little later, but not too much later. If I want to be all that I can be, to do all I can do for you and everyone. So I get up at 6 and I have my devotional time. I have 4 so that I use most mornings. This is my quiet time with the Lord. And this morning I was in with 365 Days of Power, and by Rick Renner. And I just wanted to read with you one sentence that I thought would let you know why I do what I do, having my devotions. Others may think that I am strong, but I know that much of my strength and fortitude is due to what you, Lord, have done inside of me. Can't say it any better than that. So that is critical every morning for me. Next, and so that is in Design Smarts, that's the S for spiritual. And then Jake and I, we hit the pavement for about 2 miles, and I track it with my Fitbit. Many think it's a Apple Watch, but it's not. And my goal is to get my heart rate at 130 for over 20 minutes. That's to maintain my heart health, which as we age, aerobic activity is super, super important for dementia prevention, Alzheimer's, all kinds of things. We need to get that blood pumping. And so that's the way I do it. And so that is the R of routines, which is our lifestyle. Also, mentally, in the first thing, I am figuring out what I'm gonna eat that day. And I know you're rolling your eyes, but it's what I do. It's the way I make the Design Smarts work. And I know what I'm having for dinner almost all the time. And if we're going out, yay. And if we are, like tonight we are with friends, it's Italian, my favorite. They make homemade fettuccine, pizza, wood-burnt pizza. So I'm thinking about what I'm eating today because I'm going to enjoy tonight. So the walking and the food, that's under R for routines, lifestyle, okay? And I block off then most mornings after that. So about 9-ish, 9:30, something like that. I'm 3 or 4, 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours working on this for you. Blogs, writings of some books I'm working on, speaking outlines. That can only happen in my brain in the morning, because by mid to late afternoon, it is not, no, it doesn't work for me. So this is under A for attitude, which is I have to have the attitude to self-discipline myself to do this, because there's no boss. There's no one making me do this but Mitzi Beach. And so I have to have the attitude of the Design Smarts, the A, to implement this and schedule it. So, excuse me, I'm sorry you all. Speaking of schedules, every week I have a planner because I'm obviously visual, being a designer, but the calendar, Apple, Google, whatever, doesn't work for me to schedule what's going to happen for the week. And so every week is different, right? Life happens. So I look at the week. Do I get to golf, see friends? Are there events? Are there doctor's appointments? To the best of my ability, I like to schedule those in the afternoon so I can keep my mornings, but again, life happens. And travel happens, all kinds of things. But this is striving to live the Design Smarts. Okay, that's what I've always done. Now there's 2 things as we wrap this up that I am so sorry you all, as we wrap up. And that is the 2 new things I'm doing. I'm blocking off 2 to 3 hours, 1 day a week to cleanse, organize, whatever, an area in my house. And I name it and identify it. So like last week, it was my bathroom vanity, which was just stuff, messy. It felt so good, but I scheduled it and I said bathroom vanity or products or whatever you want to call it. And it was completed. So yay for Mitzi. This week I have starting on my studio. Oh my goodness, it is a disaster. It will take more than 2 or 3 hours, but if I don't do 2 to 3 hours weekly, it ain't gonna happen because we're all busy. So that's my new, and that's in Design Smarts. That's S for spaces. We've all cleaned out, but have we scheduled it? And that's what I've not been real good at doing. And then another new that I'm incorporating in my refresh is the T for togetherness. I have been very remiss in reaching out to those beyond my immediate group or my family to write a note, make a phone call. I want to do better. So these are 2 things as part of my refresh. And again, that's the T in togetherness. So, my friends, this back to basic post is to be a refresh for you and for me on the design smarts, because I'm always believed in a plan to be everything we're supposed to be and do for others. So I'm asking you to encourage me and others, and let us know what is on your plate, so to speak, for your refresh. What things are you thinking about as fall is almost upon us? We all would love to know how others are incorporating their design smarts refresh. So as we close, as we always do, I would say to you and to Mitzi, we do more for ourselves so that we can be more for others. All right, you all, you're awesome. I'll see you next week.